You believed this was simply paperwork for the car you worked so hard to finally afford. The new car smell made you feel like you were finally progressing in life. Driving it gave you a powerful feeling that you were finally moving ahead.
Nice ride!
When someone noticed your car, validation hit you instantly and felt deserved.
But later that night, the numbers started whispering something different.
$500 due again, and suddenly it didn't feel small anymore.
Every month that same number returned, without caring how you felt.
Not once or twice, but 60 times without interruption.
The payment wasn't optional anymore. It was scheduled and automatic. What looked simple at signing now stretched farther than you expected.
At first, you convinced yourself this was completely normal behavior. You labeled it responsible because everyone else seemed to do the same.
When everyone carries debt, it starts feeling strangely acceptable.
The pitch focused on the monthly number, not the total cost.
500 felt manageable when broken into smaller pieces.
$20 a day sounded harmless and easy to justify.
You focused on the smaller number and ignored the bigger reality. Then the additional costs quietly began surrounding your decision. Insurance alone added more pressure than you originally calculated. Fuel prices rose, and the expense never asked permission. Maintenance became another commitment you couldn't avoid. The paperwork multiplied faster than your confidence did. 5 years suddenly looked longer than you expected. Your income started serving the car before it served you.
On the outside, everything still looked perfectly fine.
But beneath it all, the obligation tightened around you.
Even your raise moved quickly toward existing commitments.
Income increased, but obligations climbed even faster.
Lifestyle quietly expanded alongside your higher earnings.
Small upgrades felt harmless but added more weight.
Even vacations leaned quietly against your existing financial commitments.
The car stayed impressive, while the debt quietly became heavier.
You were earning more, but holding on to less every year. 500 multiplied into 30,000 before you truly noticed. That same 500 could have grown into something powerful instead. Compounded correctly, it becomes something entirely different over time. Meanwhile, the car steadily lost value every single month.
Your future self watched quietly as you chose differently.
Nobody explained how fixed obligations quietly reduce flexibility. Some payments restrict freedom long after they feel normal. Breaking the cycle requires facing discomfort directly and honestly.
Wealth grows in the space between what you spend and save. You asked whether you could afford it, not what it cost. High income alone does not automatically create lasting wealth.
10 years later, the pattern compounded exactly as expected. The quiet builder often wins simply by staying consistent. When income stops, fixed payments continue without hesitation. The asset shrinks while the loan remains firm and unmoving. Selling rarely feels like victory after years of payments. Time amplifies every financial decision, whether you notice or not.
Your job slowly became protection for a decision you already made.
Opportunities shrink when long-term obligations hold you in place.
Marketing shows the upgrade, but never the weight attached underneath. Upgrading never fixes the equation if the structure remains unchanged.
Redirecting even small amounts begins shifting your long-term outcome. Eventually, growth starts working harder than your expenses. Status fades quickly, but stability compounds quietly over time. Real wealth grows slowly until it suddenly looks obvious. Freedom feels lighter than approval ever did before.
The fork in the road appears long before you recognize it.
Both futures begin with the same small financial decision. Money always moves somewhere. You decide where it flows. No one else will make this decision for you. If this shifted your thinking, subscribe and keep challenging your money decisions.